Blizzard conditions right now. The deadly storm is bringing heavy snow and hurricane-force wind gusts across the center of the country. Overnight, officers trapped in a whiteout and heavy winds toppled this big rig. Now Colorado to Chicago, Detroit, and Nashville on alert as the massive storm moves east.
Fallout growing as hundreds of Boeing 737 MAX planes are grounded after President Trump's emergency order. The new evidence affecting 43,000 American travelers right now as investigators try to recover the data from those crucial black boxes. The FAA administrator here on GMA.
Also this morning, actress Lori Loughlin out on $1 million bond, released from custody overnight, facing charges in the largest college admissions cheating scandal ever. Now, new details about how the FBI uncovered it all.
Breaking overnight, mob boss murder. The man behind one of the most notorious crime families in the world gunned down in his front yard. The manhunt right now.
Breaking news, Beto O'Rourke is running for president. The announcement from the former Texas congressman just moments ago, and the reaction as we come on the air.
And Robin is live at the groundbreaking Special Olympics World Games in Abu Dhabi. 7,500 athletes, more than 190 countries competing to make history. Robin is right there with Team USA as the athletes go for gold.
USA, go America!
Live in Times Square, this is Good Morning America.
And Good Morning America. Hope you're well this Thursday. We are looking forward to hearing from Robin at those historic Special Olympics in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, I cannot wait for that. But first, we do have to get to this massive winter storm. It's on the move. The bomb cyclone sweeping from Colorado across the plains, bringing blizzard conditions and winds over 100 miles per hour. We just saw it there. A powerful storm. It flipped over trucks. That's just how much force we're talking about, wind force.
Yeah, that shot was really incredible. The system completely shutting down Denver's airport. More than 1,000 flights have been canceled this morning. ABC's Clayton Sandell starts us off right there in Denver with the latest. Good morning, Clayton.
Hey, good morning to you, Cecilia. You can see one of the big problems here this morning. Right here is the entrance to Interstate I-25, and it is completely shut down between here in Denver all the way basically to Colorado Springs because of those blizzard-like conditions. These major interstates and airports, no match for this major winter wallop.
It's a winter weather gut punch, paralyzing Colorado highways in whiteout conditions. Big rigs struggling for traction, hundreds of cars stuck.
There's probably 40 or 50 people that are stranded.
The National Guard called in to help rescue stranded drivers. Conditions turning deadly for State Patrol Corporal Daniel Groves, hit and killed by a car police say was going too fast, the driver losing control.
Oh, they call this a bomb cyclone because the pressure drops so quickly, and the lower the pressure, the stronger the storm. Here at the airport, we're seeing gusts of 80 miles an hour. The weather canceling nearly 1,400 flights.
Crews working around the clock to clear runways. And with kids out of school in Colorado, Douglas County sent its bus drivers to help rescue stranded drivers. These firefighters giving a push to a stuck police cruiser. In Nebraska, one side of the state getting hit with a crippling blizzard. Even the troopers trying to help drivers in trouble getting stuck themselves. On the other side of the state, the worst flooding in decades, taking out this bridge. The storm also brought tornadoes to New Mexico and high winds to Texas.
Oh my God.
Strong enough to topple this truck.
Now, the bulk of the storm has moved on from here, and they hope to have these interstates open later today. But now they've got a new round of snow in the mountains, which means we could see a whole brand new round of avalanches. Amy?
Oh, my goodness. All right, Clayton, thanks so much for that. Let's go to Rob for more on where this monster storm is headed next. Good morning, Rob.
Good morning, Amy. You know, normally we get these bombs happening on the coast. Very rare to get it inland like this. We saw a 36 millibar drop in a short period of time. Amarillo, look at that. 80 mile per hour winds there with that tractor trailer being topped over. And look at this on Denver. These tractor trailers being slid off the road from these high winds. Colorado Springs seeing a 96 mile per hour winds. Look at that digital sign there being blown around as well. Just a dangerous, frightening storm with so many motorists stranded on the roadways there. And a massive satellite. This is a classic, common, mature cyclone now. It rapidly intensified, but luckily it will take its time, or unfortunately it will take its time to weaken, which will happen today. And we've got 80 million Americans now under the threat for wind alerts, flood advisories as well. We got some serious flooding on the warm side of this, and still blizzard warnings happening. 50+ mile-per-hour winds on the backside of this, 40+ getting into Chicago, Detroit, and then eventually across the Northeast. Tonight, we'll get some winds here in Buffalo and New York City as well. So a wide-reaching storm with now a tornado watch issue. We'll talk more about that in a few minutes.
Okay, Rob, thanks. We can get the fallout now from the decision by President Trump and the FAA to ground all Boeing MAX 8 and 9 planes in the U.S. Take a look at the flight radar. It shows last week all the MAX planes flying. Then this morning, empty skies. Our chief transportation correspondent, David Curley, is at Reagan National Airport with the latest. Good morning, David.
Here's some good news, George. We may know in a couple of hours, actually, whether or not there is a problem with this aircraft inherent in it. But in the meantime, they are all on the ground, inconveniencing thousands of travelers. This morning, the 370 brand new 737 MAX jetliners around the world are parked on the ground.
We just got a call from your company. You need to contact them.
Tower Southwest 410, we've been directed to return to the gate.
The FAA joining the rest of the world in grounding the jet, some of which were on the runway, forced to return to the gate.
The pilot came on and he said, President just said that all the flights are grounded and we're returning to the gate.
This MAX 8, just one of the 72 idled in the U.S., leaving passengers stranded, some frustrated.
I thought that they should have done a better job of notifying people at least.
I'd rather be home. But, you know, it is what it is.
Better safe than sorry.
Roughly 43,000 passengers a day were flying a MAX jet in the U.S. The three airlines, Southwest, American, and United, expected to cancel more than 200 flights today, and that will continue. The concern is whether two crashes in less than 5 months of this aircraft are related. The FAA, under public pressure, saying a refinement of satellite tracking data and evidence from this debris field in Ethiopia showed similarities. Both planes were moving erratically up and down after takeoff before crashing. The FAA also citing Ethiopia's slowness to retrieve data from the black boxes. Overnight, those boxes, this, according to the British Press Association, is a picture of one, were flown to Paris, where French aviation investigators will read out the data, possibly in the coming hours, giving us an indication if all those brand new jetliners will stay on the ground. Not only an indication, there is the possibility that the data from those black boxes that we will learn later today could actually solve this mystery. George?
Thanks, David. We're joined now by the man running the FAA, Daniel Elwell. Mr. Elwell, thank you for joining us this morning. Begin by describing that data that finally convinced you to ground the MAX 8.
Tuesday night, the raw data that was available at the very beginning of this tragedy on Sunday night and Monday morning was not matched with the Lion Air accident that happened 5 months ago. Boeing and a company called Ariane that operates the satellites that receive the data and the NTSB were able to refine the data points and to create a profile of the flight for its entirety. And when we could see the refined data, it matched too closely to the Lion Air trajectory to discern or to figure that they weren't similar.
Any sense yet of how long the planes are going to be grounded? And what specifically do you hope to learn from the black boxes?
So we don't know how long the planes will be grounded. We have, the black boxes have left Ethiopia. They did not have the capability to read the data from the boxes because of the damage. So they were flown to France. They are in France now, and we hope to start getting initial data feeds from the boxes, hopefully by the end of the day.
Dallas Morning News reporting that pilots have been repeatedly complaining about the autopilot system on these planes for months. Why wasn't action taken earlier?
These reports were thoroughly reviewed by our experts as they pertain to this incident in the Lion Air, and they did not apply to the issues that we were looking at.
I know you're working on a software fix. Any idea how long it'll take for that to be in place?
Well, the software fix is almost complete, and we expect by the end of this month all the testing will be complete, and we can authorize implementation of the fix by hopefully the end of the month.
Mr. Elwell, thanks for your time this morning.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Let's hope those answers in the fix come fast.
A lot of questions there. We are going to turn now to new fallout from that college admissions cheating scandal. Actress Lori Loughlin out on $1 million bond this morning after turning herself in. And this morning we're learning new details about how the FBI uncovered it all. ABC's Eva Pilgrim is at one of the schools at the very center of this, Yale University. And Eva, authorities stumbled on this one by accident.
That's right, Cecilia. Investigators say it was a tip that led them here to Yale, unraveling this whole elaborate scheme. This morning, 50 people, coaches, parents, and even high-profile celebrities, all facing charges.
It is a mighty fall for one of Hollywood's brightest stars. Actress Lori Loughlin, beloved for her portrayal as Aunt Becky on the show Full House, shielding her face from the cameras, entering her California home after her courtroom appearance.
Sweetheart, I know you want what's best for them, but you know what? Maybe the fast track isn't it.
She and her husband, designer Massimo Giannoli, each released on $1 million bond using their Westwood home as collateral. Both facing federal charges and possible jail time after allegedly paying $500,000 in bribes and fees to get their two daughters admitted into the University of Southern California by having them pose as elite athletes.
Our investigation began last May after we uncovered evidence of a large-scale, elaborate fraud while working an unrelated undercover operation.
Overnight, ABC News learning the FBI discovered the scam by accident, receiving a tip related to a fraud investigation surrounding a $400,000 payment to Yale's former women's soccer coach. At the center, this man, William Rick Singer, who authorities say raked in $25 million as the CEO of a college admissions prep company called The Key. The list of those indicted included 33 mostly wealthy parents and a who's who of coaches, entrepreneurs, and celebrities, including the actress Felicity Huffman, star of Desperate Housewives.
You asking for a bribe?
Sources telling ABC News agents drew their guns when taking Huffman into custody. Dozens of others involved in the scandal facing scenes like this. FBI! Loughlin's arrest was calm and without incident. The Full House star's daughter, Olivia Jade, is currently a freshman at USC.
My parents really wanted me to go because both of them didn't go to college.
If you would have said England is my city, I would say, why did I pay all this money for your education?
The YouTube influencer learned of the indictment of her parents while spending spring break aboard a yacht owned by Rick Caruso, chairman of the USC Board of Trustees. The college telling ABC News they are now conducting a case-by-case review for current students involved in the allegations. For those who were waitlisted at targeted schools, frustration.
I know so many qualified candidates who didn't get into the schools they wanted and also didn't have the money to pay their way in.
Now, Zach told us he is happy with where he ended up. When we talked to him, he was studying abroad in Spain. As for Olivia, she is no longer aboard that yacht. Rick Caruso telling us that when she learned of the investigation, they decided it was in her best interest to return home. Cecilia?
Yeah, that seems like a good decision. Okay, Eva, thank you. We've got more on this story and the man at the center of it all in our next half hour. George?
That's right. Now we're going to go to that breaking political news. A brand new Democrat in the race for the White House. Former Texas Congressman Beto O'Rourke, the social media phenom who lost his race for the Senate last year, joined the growing field just moments ago. He's campaigning in Iowa today, and ABC's Paula Ferris already there in Des Moines. Good morning, Paula.
Good morning to you, George. So Beto O'Rourke is now the 15th Democrat to put his name in the hat. He's expected to hold his first official campaign event here in Iowa a little bit later today, and he promises to run a very positive campaign.
Amy and I are happy to share with you that I'm running to serve you as the next president of the United States of America.
This morning, Beto O'Rourke is joining the 2020 fray.
The only way for us to live up to the promise of America is to give it our all.
The former Texas congressman skyrocketing onto the national political scene when a Senate race caught fire in 2018.
Thank you, El Paso. Thank you, Texas.
Despite his loss to Ted Cruz, the rock and roll loving 46-year-old caught the nation's attention. His offbeat social media posts appealing to a younger generation, even taking us skateboarding at Whataburger. His Senate candidacy winning the endorsement of celebrities like Beyonce. And now he's appearing on the cover of Vanity Fair, the star politician weighing his options, saying, "You can probably tell that I want to run, but until now, his indecision on a White House bid even left many, including Oprah, asking the question.
By God, when are you going to know the answer?
When I caught up with him at a Dallas rally in October, he told me he would never run.
Is there a scenario where you run for president in 2020 or beyond?
No.
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 Unequivocally, you will never run for president.
No punto. No period.
I guess things have changed. You know, conservatives have called him a shiny new penny, and they are already coming for him, saying that he drips with white male privilege and wealth. And some Democrats, George, are wondering whether or not he's the street fighter that they want or need. But there will be two big parts of his platform. Those will be health care for all and climate change. George.
And you will see him in action in Iowa today. Paula, thanks very much. We're going to go to Washington now, where the Senate is taking on President Trump's emergency declaration to build a border wall. Overnight, more Republicans broke from the president as talks of a compromise broke down. Our chief congressional correspondent, Mary Bruce, tracking this on Capitol Hill. And Mary, it looks like we're heading to the first veto of the Trump presidency.
Yeah, and George, the president, in fact, just tweeted that he is prepared to issue that first ever veto to try and fulfill his signature campaign promise. Look, this is going to be a stinging rebuke here today. At least 5 Republicans are now going to be joining Democrats to block the president's national emergency. The final number could be much higher than 5, though. And these are Republicans who have concerns about constitutional overreach and the precedent that this declaration sets. Now, there was a last-ditch attempt to try and spare Republicans from this showdown with the president, but Trump himself torpedoed it, rejecting a compromise, leaving many Republicans here feeling like they simply have no choice but to deliver this rebuke. It seems the president will veto it, and Congress right now doesn't have the votes to overturn that veto, George.
And Mary, this comes on the heels of another significant Senate rebuke to the president on his policy towards Saudi Arabia and Yemen.
Yeah, Congress is delivering the president a real 1-2 punch here this week. Yesterday, voting to end U.S. support for the Saudi-led war in Yemen that is seen as a direct challenge to the president's relationship with the Saudi kingdom and the brutal murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. The president has threatened to veto this as well, George.
Okay, Mary Bruce, thanks very much, Amy.
All right, George, now to breaking news from overnight. A mob boss murder. The reputed head of the Gambinos, one of the most notorious crime families in this country, killed right in his own front yard. ABC's Whit Johnson is on the scene there in Staten Island. And Whit, you got to say, this sounds like a scene right from a mob movie.
Absolutely, Amy, that's right. Good morning to you. The reported target of this assassination, 53-year-old Francesco Frankie Boy Cali, murdered in cold blood, steps from his front door, his wife and children home at the time. Cali, the reported mob boss of the infamous Gambino crime family, shot multiple times in the torso around 9:30 last night here on Staten Island. One 911 caller telling authorities that he was then run over by a blue truck. This is significant because it's the first brazen killing of a mafia kingpin in New York going back decades. 1985 was the last. Paul Castellano killed in front of a restaurant. That really paved the way for John Gotti to then take over the crime family, which he ruled with an iron fist until he was eventually convicted of murder and racketeering in the early 90s, later dying in prison. As for Cali, police right now have no suspects, no murder weapon, and they're still searching for that blue truck. Guys.
Okay, Whit, thanks very much. We are learning a lot more about the college admissions cheating scandal and the man at the center of it all. That's ahead.
Plus, Jussie Smollett back on Empire for the first time overnight as he heads to court today.
And social media meltdown, that Facebook and Instagram blackout coming up. But first, let's go right back to Rob.
All right, we are watching this tornado watch now out for Memphis. Time now for your Sunny Cities, brought to you by JCPenney.
Look at you, ready for spring, ready for a fresh start, ready to surprise. With new styles, new colors, new you. It's the JCPenney Spring Collection. All the brands you love and all the styles that fit you and your life. Look at you now. JCPenney.
Stepping out the door today, it is going to be mild, and temperatures today will push up to 60 degrees by lunchtime, 70 by 4 or 5 o'clock. So second warmest day out of the year. Yeah, I think you're probably going to be outside. It is going to be breezy for today and kind of gusty tomorrow. We'll have winds around 30 miles per hour, maybe even gusting a little higher, and a breezy Saturday. Now our weekend is going to be much cooler behind the weather front that tomorrow will bring a few showers, maybe an isolated thunderstorm. We keep that cool pattern around most of next week.
Interesting stories this Thursday morning. We'll be right back.
Guys, I want you to meet someone. This is Jamie. You're going to be seeing a lot more of him now.
Not calling him Dad.
Oh, no.
Look, I get it. Some new guy